guys, what's up? Yeah, I'm a little behind on my schedule on videos. Uh, it's just been a crazy couple of weeks, and I'm kind of tired. Not just from work, because work's been beating the living crap out of me, but also my training. I decided to get back into really training again, both with my sword work and my bare hand, and so far it's yielding results, and I've been getting some, I don't want to talk about it too much right now because well, some friends of mine already know what's going on. But yeah, needless to say, I got a place where I'm training again, and things are developing rather well, and I would like to kind of go a little bit more into that and show you guys some new stuff. But till now, it's taking up a lot of my time, and I'm now having to readjust my free time so I can do videos and other stuff. So this one, even though this is the first week of the month, it's going to be based on martial arts, but to kind of make up for the other weeks that I didn't do anything, it's not going to be focused strictly on martial arts, so it can fit that. I hope you guys understand, and I hope it'll be beneficial for you guys either way. So, what I'm talking about now is competition. And my thoughts on it, generally. Now, I find competition to be fun. It can be very fun, depending on, what you're doing. I mean, again, when it comes to martial arts, there's the obvious way to compete. Your kung fu isn't good enough. Like that. Sparring matches, getting in the ring, whatever. But then there's also just simply, trying to refine your technique, and then seeing how well it measures up against the next person. Is your kick better than theirs? Is your punch a little bit crispier than theirs? Or if you're doing a form, how well can you do your form compared to theirs? We competed a lot of things. It's not just martial arts. Video games, first-person shooters obviously come to mind for people. Fighting games is another, which is something that I really like competing in and having fun with. Sports games, racing games, things like that. Video games is a way that people compete constantly in. And you can compete in other things, singing, music making, beat making, DJs, which is actually one of my favorite things to watch. DJ battles. They're a lot of fun to see the talent behind that and seeing how that art has developed. By the way, as an aside, as far as hip hop culture goes, I honestly think that DJs were the ones who really pushed forward the most when it comes to developing their craft. MCing, not so much. I mean, there's been, developments, but in many ways I find that they've kind of regressed. B-boys, they still got their battles going on, but there's been some innovation. A lot of times people are just kind of echoing stuff that's been done before, and it's done more for fun than innovation and competition. Graffiti writing, yes, there's some, but the ones that seem to, in my opinion, the ones that seem to have progressed the most, that just go crazy bananas with coming up with new techniques and new ways of doing it, the DJs. Dear gods, if any of you know what I'm talking about, if you paid attention to what hip hop DJs have developed since the '80s, if you look at with how they started and where they are now, you'll realize, man, these guys have really leaped ahead of what's been done before. Whereas if you look at the other elements of hip hop, yeah, they've advanced, but not as far as the DJ. And I'm going in a completely different topic. This is a video for another time. I'm sorry. But the point I'm trying to make is you can compete in so many different areas. But the question then becomes, why are you competing? And this is where I start to have my own particular opinions on the benefits of competing and the pitfalls of competing. So many times people compete simply so that they can feel that they're the best. This is obviously not everyone. But let's face it, we like winning. In fact, I don't even think that needs to be declared. That's like, you want to talk about a Captain Obvious statement, there you go. People like to win. People like to succeed. And when you compete and you win, I mean, it's clear. There's so many different things in life where after you're done with it, you're not really too sure if you came out on top or not. But when you're competing against someone, you pretty much know. I mean, yeah, there are times when there's a draw, you know, where things get kind of muddied and then you got a judge trying to figure out. But by and large, you can usually tell, yeah, I beat that guy. Yeah, our team won. Yeah, my music was like, the crowd liked my tune better than theirs. Yeah, my dances got more reactions. And you usually get a very clear thing, and it feels good when you win. When you know you were the best at that moment. Right? You know, especially, you know, let's say you're playing a fighting game. The trash talking that you guys do, and then at the end of the day, you're the one who won, so your trash talking feels, you're like, yeah, that's right, you're my son, wear this hat, kid. You know, they're just goofy things that you can do to, like, I guess, exert your superiority. But that's where the pitfalls start to come in, because are you just simply enjoying the moment, or do you just simply like lording over other people? That's that fine line you got to be careful with. When you're competing, are you competing to be the best, simply to be the best? Like, I'm better than you. I'm better than you, peasant. If that's the reason why you're competing, that's a bad road. It may feel like a great It may feel like a great road to go down, but sooner or later somebody's going to take you out. Or something will take you out, and you're just not going to be the best anymore. We're mortal. And we're not as unique as we think. Sooner or later, something's going to take you out. You're not going to be the best, and then why are you doing what you're doing? So many people just give up because they got knocked the fuck out, or they just lost, or whatever. To them, whatever they were doing, whatever they were competing in, it no longer has meaning because I'm no longer the best at it. Someone else is better than me. Well, then you were doing it for superficial reasons. You were wasting your time. And that's what I mean by the pitfalls of competing. You were doing it just to, massage your own ego. Not necessarily for development. Not necessarily for, the sake of advancing whatever art or craft or skill that you happen to have been pouring your time into. You're just doing it I'm better. I'm superior. Which, if that's the thing that you're constantly going off of, that says a lot about your own mental state. Where you are as an individual. What your self-worth really is. If you have to constantly exert your superiority over others, that basically tells me that you probably have an inferiority complex. There's something that you're trying to hide. There's something in you that doesn't feel complete unless your heel is on somebody else's neck. Whether symbolically or, of course, literally. And that's not a good reason to compete. Now, on the other hand, if the reason you're competing is just simply to test yourself, or to advance the art in some way, or to share information, so to speak, that's something that can keep on going. All the way to the very end. Even if you're no longer the best, but you're still trying to improve yourself, you can compete all the way up. And have fun with it. And be the type of person that years down the line, that I learned a lot from that person. Yeah, but they ain't got no championships. Ooh, but they got a wealth of experience, and thanks to them, I was able to improve. That is worth a hell of a lot more than walking around with some belt or some trophy or whatever going, I'm the best. So many of these arts we take up, whether it be martial arts, or painting, or singing, or dancing, we usually take up these things because we have a passion for them. And that passion drives us to get better at that thing, at art. And that art drives us to improve ourselves. And upon improving ourselves, we gain a better understanding of ourselves and the world around us. And then we share those insights with other people, which helps them to develop their own understanding of themselves and those around us. And when we test ourselves against other people, it only furthers that development. We compete not to lord over the other person, but to refine our own selves. That's why many times those who are truly wise realize that they gain more from losing than winning. If you're testing yourself, if you're constantly pushing yourself to get better in your craft, or whatever you're doing, even if it's just a hobby, just playing games. If you're testing yourself against another individual and that individual defeats you, You can go back and go, I need to work on so and so. Again, taking up martial arts. You lost. And then you can go back and go, the guy kept on taking advantage of my left side. I wasn't doing a really good job. Every time I thought I was going in, I was over aggressive and my left side was always exposed. I need to improve that. That's refining yourself. That guy taught you a valuable lesson. You need to work on that. Well, I still remember one of the most painful blows I ever took. Right here. Right here in the armpit. I felt like a freaking bag of stones. Just dropped hard. I could barely breathe. The pain was throughout my body. And the guy standing over me, yeah, you leave your right side open. You need to keep your arms, keep your arms down. That taught me a lesson. I didn't get hit there again. I'm still grateful for that lesson. It hurt like hell. But it improved me. It helped me to improve. It helped me to get better. So I don't get hit there again. And that lesson stuck with me. We compete to improve ourselves. We also compete just to have fun. There's nothing wrong with just having fun. When I get into sparring matches, I do it to test myself against the other individual. Many times, oh, this guy's good? You practice what? You got some time going to the backyard? I'm not doing it because I want to beat the guy down. I want to test myself, especially if they're really good. Because then if I can be able to hold my own against somebody who I know is really good, it lets me know where I'm at. I'm like, okay, I am doing the right things right now. And if I lose, okay, I need to work on this or that or that. That's what it's for. And that's a process that doesn't have to end. It's not about lording over other people, as I said before. It's about having that focus, that commitment to your craft. Or even if it's just to have fun. There's nothing wrong with losing as long as you're having fun at times. I mean, I know this is where we start getting into the whole, are you going to give a trophy to some kid just because he tried? Yeah, I'm one of those people that believes that, look, the kid needs to know they lost. But you don't have to be an asshole about it either, you know. Sometimes kids just want to have fun. Let them have fun. If they lost, they lost. But did you guys have fun? Good. I ain't giving you no trophy because you lost, but as long as you had fun, you want to get better at this, right? You get better, you might have a little bit more fun. You know? But, I mean, hell, like I play, like, one of the fighting games I like playing a lot is Tekken 7. I play that with a few of my friends. And I'm trying to show them kind of the ins and outs, the basic ins and outs of fighting games, because I've been playing fighting games way more than they have. So there's certain, you know, I know things like, for instance, having a decent neutral game, knowing how to set up bait and attack, you know, coming up with a proper defense, things like that. And they're just starting to get that. So at times I tend to raffle stomp them to the ground. It happens, you know. But when I beat them, I don't try to, you freaking you, because then they ain't going to have no fun. But if I make it engaging and I make it goofy and I get them to laugh and then I point out, you improved here, you almost got me there. Do it to keep on having, now they're having fun. And now that they're having fun, they want to do it more. Which is also going to, like, sooner, if they're going to keep on playing, they're going to want to improve anyway so they can keep the fun going. That's what's important, because if they're having fun, they're engaged. If they're engaged, they'll develop themselves further in that craft. And that's, if you care about the craft, if you care about your art, that's a good thing. You shouldn't make it a torture session. If the only reason why you're competing against someone is, you suck, I'm the best, that's not engaging them. That's driving them away and making them, fuck this shit. How is that helping your art then? You might be saying that, well, it's better because that means we're getting all the weak people out and the strong people stay. But that's not the reason why you're doing it. You're really doing it just to lord over other people. Because you believe that the only person who deserves to be the best at it is you. Then you get you get beaten and now you don't want anything to do with it anymore. That shows what you truly think about your art. You really don't give a damn about it. The only thing you give a damn about is yourself. And we don't need y'all in art, no matter what art it is. Again, competition, I think, is healthy. It can be a lot of fun. Nothing wrong with engaging in it, but why are you engaging in it? Why are you here? If it's just to be a jerk to other people, you're not really a benefit to whatever particular hobby or craft or art or skill or whatever it is that you choose to engage in. If, however, you are competing to improve yourself, to further the art, to further the craft, to test yourself against other people, to help other people learn as well. Because when you're competing against other people, if you win, you're helping them. In a way, you're showing them their weaknesses so that they can improve. If they beat you, same thing. And both of you afterwards, this is something else I really like doing. We talk about it afterwards. So when I did this, I could have done that. And yeah, I thought that was rather interesting. So I thought that was cool. An exchange of information, which I think is what human beings. That's how human society flourishes. When you guys are constantly building off of information from the past, comparing notes on the information we have right now, to build towards better information for the future. That's what it's really about. That's what competition is good for, really. And if you're having fun with it, all the better. So, that's what I got to say about that. Hope you guys liked the video. Hope I got you thinking about stuff. And hopefully next week, and if not, then later, but hopefully soon, I'll catch you guys later.